earlier, right? Do as you're told, obey my instructions at all times. Good luck to both of you. Come out and fight at the bell, may the best man win.
Well, there it is now. It's the red alert time, Jim. I'm glad it's got normal cornermen here, because Eubank, with the jodhpurs and the monocle from the build-up this week, I thought maybe Jeeves would appear in his corner. It looked a bit like Bertie Wooster at times. Well, there's the focusing, Jim, that you were talking about there. Now, if the fight is half as good as the last time, 3 years ago in Birmingham, and having the close-shaved haircut for the first time now, well, I don't know whether it helped him to slip punches a little bit. Remember, both world champions.
I think from their first meeting, Reg, Eubank is the one who's been doing most of the improving. I don't think Ben's really got any better at all. But Eubank now has the confidence of being a champion, and he started far more positively than I expected.
Conditioning's tremendous, Jim, isn't it? That extra poundage that they put on since the last time, they've carried it well.
Well, especially Eubank. I think that's going to have a big bearing on what happens tonight. Eubank will be closer to 13 stone here. Ben will just be around about the 12.
Yeah, remember, it's
so much bigger and stronger.
Jim, it's 28 hours now since the weigh-in. I know you don't particularly agree with that the day before. It's a medical rule to stop them dehydrating to make weight.
See, Ben's attitude just seemed a little bit casual as he came into the ring, smiling and bobbing about. Not as though he was coming to do battle.
A little ticking off there for Eubank, and hit on the break. The referee was pulling him apart. He didn't announce break, of course, but it was a bit obvious. Which, though, Ben's trying to go looking for him more, isn't he? Trying to, well, not cut the ring size down, Jim, but to stop Eubank going walkabout.
Well, Ben has to come forward, Reg, to be, you know, in any way positive or look for success, but he can't do it in a reckless manner. He's got to have a bit more control than he normally shows, and I haven't really seen much control. Not a tight defence as he moves forward here.
He loves what he calls a tear-up, doesn't he? The old soldier. 4 years, 256 days in the Royal Fusiliers, and he counted every one of them.
At least he's not wasting punches in the first round. One of Ben's problems, he runs out of steam because he wastes punches in the first few rounds, puts too much power into punches that are missing. So at least, although he's not tight, he's controlling his punch rate a little bit in the first round.
Well, I tell you what, there's been some good shots landed in this opening round as we come up to the close there. Slightly low, not too much of a moan there from Eubank. And there it is, giving it the old pose again. The angle back to the corner, and back to the cares of the office, this fellow. He really is an incredible guy. Well, he may not even bother to go and sit down there, and trainer Ronnie Davis keeps a straight face. As I said, he's the G's of the outfit. He calls him the pit bull terrier. There's the corner, and Maximo Perez is actually the New York cab driver. There he is, from the Dominican Republic, who first trained Eubank, and he had 5 fights in Atlantic City, just in the little prelims. Nigel Benn there, the Jimmy Tibbs, who's worked against Eubank now. This is the 5th time, the 5th time now. He's going to try and get a win. He still hasn't beaten him.
Second down.
Bit of a calm confidence going on, Jim, in both corners, really, I thought there. Round 2.
Yeah, well, a fairly quiet opening round, but you can see the sharpness in Eubank's moves. He has total concentration, everything tight and fully concentrated. Full concentration.
He's admitted in the past that his early road work has not been that good, but he's really fired himself up and worked himself very hard on the road for this one. Ben, of course, a very diligent trainer anyway.
Ben always has trouble against awkward, cagey opponents, and Eubank is certainly that. Ben's not getting his punches off quick enough, Reg. He's moving forward, bobbing and weaving, but not getting the punches off.
Amazing part with Eubank, really. He's only had one knockout or stoppage since he last fought Ben. That's amazing. That was John Jarvis, the American. South African, Sugarboy Malinga, Von Essett, Tony Thornton, the postman, Juan Carlos Jimenez all went, of course, and Lindell Holmes.
Eubank's in a lot of poor performances, Reg, but you always get the feeling he can do better if he decides to do better. He just seems to do enough. I think Ben will have been fired up.
Oh dear, those little rabbit punches will have to be stopped. I think Eubank wants to wipe away the thought of that kind of dreary draw that he got with the Irishman Ray Close in Scotland last time up.
Ben's getting them off a bit quicker now.
Yeah, and the Manchester crowd are enjoying that too. What a turnout it is. It's all the celebrities, ex-champions, current champions. The newspaper literati, of course.
Yeah, Ben's doing better in the second round here.
Minute to go. It's the sharpest we've seen Eubank now, probably since he last fought this fellow, eh?
Yeah, well, as I say, I think the Ben fight made him realise just how tough this business was, so there's no way he's not got himself properly prepared for this.
He does absorb a punch so well, Jim Eubank, doesn't he? It's true he's been down, although the last time I agreed with him, I thought it was a bit of a slip on water on the canvas. Has kind of followed the punch. He tripped over a left hook as well.
See, Eubank's never comfortable leading off attacks. He likes to pull a man forward onto him and hit him with counters.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
So round 3, and I can tell you it's pretty chilly here now in Manchester. These fellas have warmed up well. They got off to a pretty bright start. Get the feeling, Jim, the bulk of the crowd are behind Ben when he throws bombs like this.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, I quite enjoy the arrogance that Eubank brings into the ring. I think it's all part of the showmanship, but some people don't like it, so they want to see him maybe knock down a peg or two. But a good right hand lead from Eubank. See, Ben has to pay more attention to the defence. If you look up now, he gets clipped. Instead of covering up, he goes on the attack.
Yeah, he likes all the blasting stuff. He likes living on the edge all the time, doesn't he, Ben? That little bit of danger. He's done it the hard way. He's the only Briton that's gone abroad like that and won 2 World Championships, Jim, in America. Doug DeWitt, Ron Barkley.
Yeah, well, Hunnigan did it as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, it's not quite as intense as their first battle yet, but with every round that passes, it's heating up more. Ben, a bit more positive now, trying to move forward with the punches. So that's a dangerous looking right hand Eubank's throwing.
You don't have that cauldron heat, of course, in an indoor arena, Jim. I wonder, you fought in the open air. Does it make that much difference?
Yeah, it does actually, especially in October. It's not so bad in the summer months, a little pleasant breeze. But in the month of October, it can feel fairly cold up there in between rounds.
Oh, there's a low punch. Quite rightly. I don't know whether he's going to take a point away. It hasn't signified that, Larry O'Connell. No. Well, not too many of them. That could interfere with the family allowance.
Yeah, Ben's been caught low as well now. They're both been warned.
Well, that's fair. Quite right. I know they've got their foul-proof protectors, but the damage can be done. You can get some pain with that, Jim, can't you?
I've not really seen good clean punches landed. A little bit of stuff. I think they're both paying each other an awful lot of respect. Ben's beginning to take some chances, but Eubank been very, very careful.
Right from the bleachers, as they say in the States, or the stands here at the back of this Old Trafford ground, it's cheering everything. And we're out for round 4. WBC, WBO versions of the 12 stone or 168 pounds championship of the world. And well, as you've lived in a cave the last few years, Eubank in the yellow trunks and Benn in white. Oh yes, another low punch there. I think he might take a point away there. Second warning, he says. No, he's been a bit lenient there, Larry O'Connell.
Maybe the fact that they both got a warning is making O'Connell a little bit more lenient, but another one and he'll take a point.
Two American referees, judges. Carol Castellano, first woman actually to judge a world championship in Britain, with Lloyd Hannigan in the second fight with Jorge Vaca. Chuck Hassett, Anaheim, California, and the old veteran from England, Harry Gibbs. Referee Larry O'Connell wouldn't score if it went the 12 rounds. Oh, good right hand punch there, Jim, right above us here. He's hurt Eubank. He looks as though Eubank was actually had the nerve to call him on there.
I don't think it was hurt, Reg. There wasn't a change in his eyes. He stumbled after the punch. It was a good shot, but he was actually waving Ben on.
Yeah, he's been a bit cheeky there, wasn't he?
Yeah, but a good right hand punch it was.
That would have knocked his monocle out, Jim, I'll tell you that.
So this is where Ben must keep himself under control and get the punches flowing. See, he's marching forward, but he's taking too long to get the punches off.
No question, it's the best we've seen, Eubank. Do you agree?
Yeah, the sharpest. I thought he missed quite a bit in the previous round, but you can see his thinking and his movements are sharp. But Ben's getting through with the shot. It's a right hand lead again, landing. But Ben just seems a little bit ragged to me, and as the pace slows down, he's going to pay for that, because that's when Eubank will begin to catch him cleanly. This is really ragged stuff from Ben. Not a great deal of control.
Yeah, you remember, Jim, he said he didn't prepare properly last time and was overweight the day before the fight, and I think he's in the best shape he could possibly be, and maybe he won't have those stamina doubts that he had last time.
I don't think it's so much stamina doubts, Reg. He blows himself out. He does too much work in the first 6 rounds of a fight. He doesn't think about a campaign as a 12-rounder. He trains hard enough, but you have to pace yourself, and he's certainly pacing himself better. He's not wasting so many punches.
Ben definitely fancies his luck, Jim.
Yeah, it's really picking up now, Reg, but he's still very open, taking a lot of chances.
Round 5. Oh, now it's really livening up now. It had to do that. Loves to tear up Nigel Benn now. That suits him. He wants to draw Eubank at the swapping punches with him.
Well, exploded into life there, Reg.
All that carefully nurtured hate is coming out now, isn't it?
See, Eubank never sustains an attack, Reg. In all the fights I've seen him, I wonder if he'll try and sustain this one. reckless again, Reg. I mean,
Yeah,
this
he's
is
calling him on, that's crazy.
This is crazy. I mean, the fellow stopped him before. He knows he has the power to hurt him. Why is he doing this?
Now, nodding to the corner as well there. Certainly listening faithfully, I think, to cornerman Jimmy Tibbs' advice. He was showing out to him as well, Ben. Minute gone in the 5th. It really is living up now to its expectations, don't you think?
This is what we expected, Reg, but Ben is the one doing all the silly things here. I mean, he knows himself he doesn't have the greatest chin in the world. He's been shaken badly a couple of times. He's been stopped a couple of times. You think he would keep it a bit more protected.
Midway then through the round. Oh, right above the edge, and I tell you, I had to draw in my breath there with that body punch that Eubank landed. But it's as strong as anything, actually, in the stomach pain.
See, a fair bit of miss. This has been a good round excitement-wise, but a lot of missing. We're not really getting the punches home cleanly.
Well, inevitably it has to slow down a bit. That's too many punches go too soon in that round there.
I have to say, Reg, I don't think Michael Nunn will have seen anything to worry him so far. I mean, it's not really been classic boxing.
Well, same goes for James Toney, but he's not quite in the picture yet. The man who has insulted both of them.
To give it to Benny, it has total commitment. I mean, once he sets off in an attack, no matter what comes back his way, he sticks with it right to the last, whereas Eubank likes to back off and start again.
He really likes to walk in and have a bang up. It's an exciting fighter, Nigel Benn. Round 6. So the replay, Jim, looks as though it's going to live up now to the first fight, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's catching fire now, Reg. I mean, there's been some untidy punching, not too many good clean shots landed. But they've both paying each other so much respect, although Ben the more reckless of the two. But the excitement level is really lifted, and now it's started living up to what we expected.
Eubank not being able to pinch those rests that he likes to do in a fight. He's being forced to trade.
Well, Eubank knows he's the stronger of the two.
Oh, some good punches there, Jim.
Ben has some mouth damage.
Yeah. Yep. Warning for a low punch there. So 1 point taken off. So that's a blow for Ben. It didn't seem that low, Jim, did it?
It's just the fact that he's been warned a couple of times already, Reg. So, I mean, what's the point in warning if you're not going to carry out your threats?
Yeah, exactly. Early on, they were, well, not only south of the border, those punches.
Actually, he's just landed another punch low then.
Yeah.
Eubank actually complained about it. He's going to have to take a bit more care. Eubank starting now to put some stuff. A good right hand from Ben, but Eubank looking for some power on the right hand now. See, once the pace slows, Ben could find himself in trouble because his defence is very loose.
So there's a minute to go in the 6th round now. Oh, it's a good exchange, Jace. He's certainly sharpened up his boxing a lot, Eubank. He's said it to some press conferences this week, you're going to be surprised with my box. Oh, shoved him out of the ring there. Well, to give him all the time he wants to get back, I would think. He's got to get back unassisted, and he's managed that okay. Good job there's a wide apron to this ring, otherwise he'd have been on our laps there.
Bend it through with a left hook. I don't know if that one's troubled Eubank. No, he's taking it well again.
It's a bit spiteful, isn't it?
Well, this is now where Ben should fancy the job. When he has to go looking for opponents, he struggles a little bit. But Eubank's there all the time. So it's a type of fight that suits Ben. Good right hand again from Ben.
Yeah. But Jimmy absorbs him so well, Eubank. I'm waiting for him to go over from those punches. He just waved his arm as if to say nothing's happened. Well, he could have fooled me. Looks as though Jimmy Tibbs is a bit pleased with his man there. And now then, let's have a look at this in replay now. See if we can see this low punch. Oh yes. South of the border, south of the equator almost. And this is the bit, Jim, where he pushes him through the rope stick. Well, as I said, right above us. Whoop, there he comes. Well, you don't often see the towel flap, and certainly on a cold night like this, I tell you, there's a little nip in the air, and with this fight mob around here, if there's a nip in the air, they drink it.
Corners 10 seconds.
That's a bit of an old-fashioned there from Maximo Perret. I know a bit about that, because my father and uncle were quite well-known seconds. Round 7. Oh well done to Eubank there. He pulled away. He noticed that he slipped. He could have easily taken advantage of that, Jim. Point up for Eubank.
Eubank's not delivering his punches very well, Reg. His timing seems slightly off. I mean, Ben's given plenty of chances. I know Ben's moving his head from side to side as he comes forward. But Eubank's timing just that little bit off. See, and he's getting caught. He's missing with his own leads and getting caught by the counters. I expected the opposite. Eubank to be the one with the sharp counter.
Minutes are gone. In the 7th. Yeah, they don't trust each other close in like that, do they? They're not infighting too good. Still trying to use the uppercut occasionally, are Eubank?
It's really obvious how poor Eubank is at coming forward. When he misses with one punch, Reg, he's got nothing else to do. He's got to start ducking towards the floor and pulling away. His attacking boxing is really very poor. He depends on an opponent leading off so he can counter.
Well, the old scribe's called milling on the retreat in a way, that does.
But a couple of times Eubank's gone on the attack. If the first punch misses, then he has nowhere to go. He has to start ducking, diving and grabbing hold.
Minute to go.
So there he goes again, misses with a punch, nothing else to do, just covers up.
No, scrappy around this, isn't it? It ended in the 9th round, the first fight, remember?
Ben certainly paced his campaign a lot better this time. He hasn't wasted quite as many punches, taking chances but not throwing a lot of silly punches.
Referee managing to keep out of the picture as much as possible here.
Well, that was a slip.
No, that was a slip. round 8 then. And remember, these fellas have both been in the melting pot a few times. Now this last quarter of the fight could really decide the winner. How have you got it, Jim?
I've got Ben in front, Reg. I think Eubank has a lot to do here. He's not boxing well at all. Moving around sharply, looking good, pulling plenty of dangerous looking faces, but his punches are not as sharp as they should be. And a lot of the action's been scrappy, but Ben has been just that little bit busier. You know, inside, he's been throwing little clips around the ears.
Early on, I thought Eubank was boxing exceptionally well, but as you say, he's got a bit ragged now.
He started well, he had a good first round, he looked very sharp, and I thought that's a bit, but see, he never sustains good action, Eubank. He's never been able to do that. I don't know if it's the type of training he does. He looks wonderfully, superbly fit, but he never sustains any action, so you wonder about his stamina. See a lot of missing again. When he misses with punches, he doesn't quite know what to do. He's like a novice at times. And he has to start running or dipping towards the floor. See, if Ben misses with a punch, he comes back with another one, decent balance.
It's a pity now they're doing a bit of clutching now. It's falling in patches. It's looked a very exciting fight.
The excitement's here, Reg, but I don't think it's quite the intense epic that the first battle was. Just, it is a little bit scrappy. We're not seeing enough good, solid, good quality punches landed.
Now it looks as though the moves have been choreographed a bit, doesn't it? 13th consecutive WBO fight list for Eubank.
Well, Eubank's produced a lot of poor performances, Reg. Something that's quite possible that now and again he just can't raise the gallop, and he has a lot to do tonight. His boxing is very low key here, and Ben still has plenty of steam left.
Wondering now how the newspaper critics have got this around the ringside here. Sponsored, of course, by the Daily Mirror, more newspapers this fight.
You have to hand it to Ben, the natural fighter, Reg. When he's tagged, he just comes storming back again. Eubank sharpened up a little bit just in this little half minute here.
And there's the countdown for the 8th. Into the 9th round.
Well, I think it's now time for Ben to go back to the old Nigel Benn and just really give it what he has now. The last third of the fight, he can afford now to really raise the pace. It's been, by his standards, a good, cool, steady pace. He must have plenty left. Just keep that chin down and raise the pace. Eubank doesn't like working at a pace, and I think the time is now right for Ben to raise it.
Oh, this is a round with Edwards last time.
Ben actually ended up being kicked in the neck there.
Yeah, but Larry O'Connell's quite amused by that. He's keeping the good humour going. That's something. Not for long. The armistice was short-lived.
Good work from Ben. I mean, a little bit sneaky stuff from Eubank. He put out the catch glove and threw a punch at the same time there. Don't expect that from him.
Trying to get the old needle here, just the same. Scrappy in parts. And how do you reckon a man like Eubank, Jim? We keep saying it. I mean, do you know when he was sparring with Chris Eubank, who's also a world champion for this fight, he actually broke off to answer his mobile phone, or in his case, got to be a poker phone.
He's been known for a lot of holding and hitting there.
Yeah, that'll go against him with the judges.
See, Ben is still the one, when they get up close, he's throwing the little clips. They're not good, clean, solid punches, but they're scoring points. That's what came in the front, and Eubank holding again.
He's talking to Ben too, you notice that?
Well, not a good performance from Eubank so far, Reg. Another couple of rounds like this and he's going to be looking for that knockout because he's going to need it. Ben looking a little bit ragged as well now, Reg. See, no defence. See, Ben a couple of times in the past has just suddenly fallen to pieces.
There's not much in it, Kim, is there really?
No, there's not. Ben actually looks a little bit as though one of the earlier punches has had an effect on him. His legs look a little bit wobbly.
Well, certainly Ben seemed to be satisfied with his night's work, and now Eubank being led back to his corner there. Not that he was in any trouble, but Ronnie Davis is a little bit tired of him standing there doing the posing bit. Let's have a look at the fall over here now.
Yeah, see, a lot of the action has been scrappy. See, he missed with the punch, down he went, and got the heel behind
got him on the heel there. That really is an unusual shot, isn't it? But the referee was quite amused by it all.
This is where he gave the hand wedge and then threw the punch at the same time. Not really gentlemanly conduct, was it?
Corners 10 seconds.
Well, I think that's turf's to orders. If he can throw a punch like the trainer, he'll be all right.
Seconds out.
So the Pitbull, as his nickname by Eubank, really means business for the 10th round. And would you put Ben in front?
Yeah, still Ben in front, Reg. I feel Eubank has a lot to do. He tried to sharpen up in the previous round there, but he's not boxing well. He's taking too long to get his punches off. Up close, he's not throwing any punches. I mean, it's not quite as good a battle as the previous one. A lot of scuffling and untidy stuff. But the events made it obviously exciting.
Oh, there's right.
Oh, good left hook. That's a beauty. That was a good shot from Ben. That was the one.
Yeah, he's stumbling a bit there, Eubank. The legs have started to betray him a bit. Remember, he went down in the Michael Watson fight, where he was being beaten quite clearly. And then came back, of course, for that tragic end for Watson in the last round.
Well, we thought by now we would see the strength of Eubank beginning to take control, but that hasn't happened. He doesn't look any stronger than Ben does. And that was a lovely left hook.
Looks as though he's recovered okay, though, Eubank. He pulls himself together pretty well.
Well, that was the beauty there. He was banging the chin. He took it well. As you said before, an excellent chin. See, he's not landing cleanly. His own punches, Ben's managing to keep below them.
He really is full of fire, isn't he, Ben? He's actually enjoying the fight. Minute to go in the 10th. And once more now, two American judges, and one from England, Harry Gibbs. Oh dear. Those rabbit punches are not to be tolerated for too long, I don't think, by the referee.
Ben's allowing Eubank to come forward in this round, but still Eubank not really been very effective.
Half a minute. And doubting now, Jim, whether Eubank has really ever got himself just in front. I think Ben has always just nipped in front there. There's not much in it. That's a bit seesaw.
I've got Ben in front, Reg. I always think he's been busier. And the time that counts, he has the last word in a lot of the exchanges. And I really feel Eubank not had the accuracy that you usually expect from him. I've got Ben in front.
Well, at least he's going back to the corner just those few seconds earlier, and the change of trainer working inside the ring.
Please stay in your seats and don't obstruct the view of the people behind you. Thank you.
He's showing out to Frank Bruno there and answering him too, Eubank. Let's have a look at this in replay, Jim.
See, he's dipped low, he's just looking for the shot. Bang, right on the chin. Look at them. You can see the way his head shoot from that punch, but still he's looking back towards Ben. He's taking the punch perfectly well, but that was a scorcher.
Well, towel flapping in. There it is. There he's got Ben in front. Barry McGuigan's unofficial card. The first time he's actually done this.
Seconds out. Round 11.
11th round. 41,000 odd crowd here
Eubank, I think,
at the Old
complaining
Trafford.
about a low one again there. I don't know if it was low, Reg. I was unsighted. I was right behind Ben.
Got to remember there was a point deducted from Ben. Could that make a difference? If it's that close, what do you think?
Well, I was still having him in front, Reg, even allowing for the point. But Eubank must realise, surely his corner have told him he has it all to do in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, he's just got to hang on to that slender lead, isn't he?
Ben doesn't want to let him come forward at this stage in the fight. He's strong, as we're saying, about close to 13 stone by now, no doubt. You don't want Eubank coming at you. The snap seems to have gone out of Ben's work, Reg. He's feeling the pace.
Yeah, well, remember he was tagged by Oro Galvano right in the dying seconds of the 12th round when he fought him. That's, could it happen again here? You never know. It's all on the knife edge, really, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants to just force the punches out now, Ben. He's obviously feeling the pace. Keep that chin low. Nice little chopping right hand from Ben.
It's a pity that at times there's been a bit more hugging than hitting, really.
Yeah, it's been an untidy fight, Reg. It's not been quite as good as the previous encounter, but you find that quite a lot. But the atmosphere and just the event has made the whole thing. Oh, good left. Yeah, see, Ben's moving that chin. Back it comes when he's hurt. He's always the same. That's what makes him so exciting.
Minute to go.
I think Eubank's done slightly better this round, Reg. Ben looks to me as though he's really feeling the pace.
Trained for a long time in Tenerife. Lots of chancy, football type chants here in the stadium, but here we go, here we go. He's always scuffling well, Ben, isn't he? That's the thing, Jim. They may not all be hurtful punches, but he keeps on throwing them in.
I think Eubank's nicking this one, Reg. Good right hand from Ben, but he's looking very tired.
Very lively running back to the corner then. Looking for that drug of applause. He loves it, doesn't he, Eubank? But I would hope that the cornermen are showing more concern now. Because, well, I wonder if it could all hinge on the last. I doubt it, Jim, but there you go. It's how the American judges see it, and of course Harry Gibbs.
Big round. Biggest round of your boxing career. Biggest round of your boxing career. So they're just trying to get Ben fired up for a final round here.
You've got to win this. Come on.
biggest round of your career, Pitch was saying there. And isn't it so? Even he can smell that. Well, it could be close. And I'm wondering how you at home have got it.
Oh, Ben, a lovely right hand to start the round, then two more. Ben, what a big round red would just put the clincher on it, no problem for Ben. He had a lazy 11th round. Eubank slipping on the canvas there. Left hook. Eubank slipped on the canvas and Ben took full advantage of it. This is the round Rez we've been waiting for. This is what we expected.
Blowing hard, but he's still throwing more than his share of punches. Minute gone.
In a close fight, Reg, you don't want to allow the opponent to do all the leading off, and that's what Ben's doing here.
Yeah, not a particularly good round so far.
I mean, he's landing the same amount of punches because Eubank's missing so much, but you don't want him to be looking the boss. They're both fairly exhausted here.
Well, it seems to be drawn decisions are all the vogue these days, isn't it? Whitaker, Chavez, Eubank close. I hope that they can find a winner here anyway.
See Ben again, he looked very lazy in the 11th round. I don't think he's got an awful lot left, but here he fires back again. He's going to have to spring into life here.
Oh no, they're shouting at one another. Just look at that with a minute left. A little bit of abuse going on in there, I think. Ben's absolutely convinced him that he's won this.
I don't know if he thinks he's not enough in front race to close. He should be thrown back here. And Eubank won the 11th on my card, and he's doing all the work in this one.
Eubank tried to kid around too with putting his hands up there as if to say to the judges, this is my fight, man. A couple of cocky characters here, aren't they?
A lot of untidy boxing all the way through, but this has been a good round.
It's always carried that little bit of drama and argument and debate, and maybe that's what the decision will do. There it is, all over. And now we've got that long wait now for the three judges' cards. The supervisor, Ray Clark of the British Board, and the Boxing Board of Control steward there is Tom Hendry, local MP and the Shadow Minister for Sport. Not that he's involved with the decision at all. Watching now, then they're both being hoisted around the ring as we expect. And here's a man, it's his unbeaten record now. Finally been beaten. Well, while we're waiting for those final scores now, let's have a look at this final stuff, Jim. They were actually cuddling at the end of the round there. They've made it up at last, but not here.
It wasn't a convincing last round.
This is where the chat was going. They were doing the commentating there, weren't they?
Yeah, a bit of snarling going on. Another untidy round, but Eubank did a lot of work there.
Here's the MC. Well, I think he knows he's won it. He's been tipped off, I should have thought there, Ben.
We've all seen an outstanding 12 rounds of boxing. No matter who the winner is, they both deserve a round of applause. Outstanding effort, Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn. Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Harry Gibbs scores about 115, 113, Chris Eubank.
2-pointer for Eubank.
Carol Castellano scores about 114, 113, Nigel Benn.
One each. This looks like being a draw.
Chuck Hassett scores about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision.
Yes, it's a draw. Well,
draw.
We thought Ben just stole it, Jim, but we weren't a bit surprised by a drawn decision then. Would you believe, is it going to be a third time up? He's not